Hello, my wonderful learners. I welcome you once again to our virtual lessons. And we still have mathematics for basic 5. What are we to learn again? We are still on fraction. And we are going to talk about multiplying a whole number by a fraction. Multiplying a whole number by a fraction. Our objective for today is to multiply a whole number by a fraction. Let's take our starter for today. Multiply 3 by 8 out of 1. Multiply 3 by 8 out of 1. Do it quickly. Which is the same as 3 times 8 out of 1. And we know any whole number standing is out of 1. I don't normally write it. So this is the same as 3 times 8, which is 24. So quickly, let's move to today's activity. We have to multiply a whole number by a fraction. So multiplying a whole number by a fraction. Let's first start with our first example. Example 1. Example 1, we have to multiply 5 whole number times 2 out of 3. Multiplying 5 whole number times 2 out of 3. We have seen that a whole number standing is out of 1. Now we don't normally write it. Okay? So when we say 5 whole number, it can also be written as 5 out of 1. Also written as 5 out of 1 times 2 out of 3 times 2 out of 3. When you have this, for multiplication, we don't find LCM. No, we don't find anything. What we do is that we multiply the numerator by the numerator and then multiply the denominator by the denominator. Okay? So what we have here is 5. So let me rewrite it for you. So it's 5 times 2 out of 1 times 3. Out of 1 times 3. You can use this forward from here, or you can still do it like this and multiply. Okay? So this is 5 times 2 give me 10. 1 times 2 give me 3. But if you see this is a disaster. Why? Because a small boy carries a big load. So what we do? We have to break it down to the simplest one. We have to change this to mixed fraction. So 3 will go into 10. How many times? 3 times 3, 1, 3. 3, 2, 6, 3, 3, 9. So it can go inside 3 times. So 3 times. Write as a whole number. Remaining 1. Then I bring the denominator, which is 3. So our final answer now is 3 whole number, 1 out of 3. 1 out of 3. Let's move on to the second example. I said when we see a whole number standing, it's out of 1. So bring it. Since you have this, 3 numerator by numerator, denominator by denominator. Okay? So 3 times 1 will give me 3. 1 times 2 will also give me 2. The same thing, something is happening here. What is happening? You can see that small girl is carrying a big load. It's a disaster. Don't leave it like this. How many times will 2 go into 3? 2 go into 3 1 time. Then it will remain something. Remain only 1. Then bring your denominator out of the 2. So 1 whole number, 1 out of 2. Let's move on to the third example. This is whole number. Good. So we are going to do it quickly. This is whole number times 3 out of 5. I said when you see a whole number, you write it as 6 out of 1. Because a whole number standing is 1 is dividing every whole number in this way. It's like one person is sharing everything, okay? Times 3 out of the 5. And I said numerator by numerator, denominator by denominator, okay? So 6 times 3. 6 times 3 will give me 18. 1 times 5 will also give me what? 5. You see something is happening here again. This is small boy is carrying a big load. So we have to remove some of the load so that you go and come again to carry the rest. So what should we do? We have to make sure that we use the denominator to divide the numerator we are having. So 5 will go into 8 in how many times? Start by counting 5 times. So 5 will go inside 3 times. 5, 1, 5. 5, 2, 10. 5, 3, 8. 5, 3, 15. So when I get 5, 3 is 15. So 15 minus 8 minus 15 will give me 3. That's the remainder. So the remainder is what? 3. Out of the denominator, which is 5. So the small boy will carry this one and go, and come again and carry this one. So this is 3 whole number. 3 out of 5. To bring the lesson to an end, I'll ask you again, what have you learned today? You have learned how to multiply a whole number by a fraction. And we said this time round, we are not going to what? You are not going to find any LCM. We multiply the whole number by the numerator, then we multiply we leave the denominator like that. So 5 times the 3, 5 times the 2 will give us 10. And then we say that every whole number standing is out of 1. So 1 times the denominator, which is also 3. And then you got 3 whole number, 1 out of 3. By using the denominator, which is smaller than the numerator, to divide the numerator. So 3 will go into 10. How many times? 3 times, that is 3 whole number. Then what is the remainder? The remainder is 1. 1 out of 3. So try it yourself and do more example on it. I love you all. Stay safe. Until we meet again, say goodbye.